The market sells into the open, then rallies all day. Are we ready for the next push higher? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so the market sold off a little bit overnight, but was unable to break that wave one low we talked about yesterday and then rallied for most of the day today. This gives the bulls a couple of bullish setups to take the market higher. The question now is, can the bulls follow through? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so we had a good day today, another winning day in the room, and that is my whole goal in starting this channel and starting this room is to teach you guys how to trade better. So if you want to learn more about that, I'll talk to you at the end of the video. For now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1 hour futures chart of the S&P 500, and as you can see, they sold off overnight, but they were unable to break this low over here, and then we got a three-wave rally, okay, that we talked about in yesterday's video as the potential for wave 5 being a big diagonal, an ending diagonal here. So remember, we talked about this being A, B, C for 1, A, B, C for 2, and then A, B, C for A of 3. All right, and then we'd like to see a pullback in B of 3 and a move higher in 3 of 3. So this is the most bullish scenario. So there are a couple things we can look at here. First, we would expect a wave B pullback here to the 4120 to 4110 area. If they can hold that area and then extend higher over this A wave and through this triangle setup that we'll talk about in just a little bit, okay, if they can extend and break through that, then it looks like we're on our way to wave 3 up here to the 4240 to 4250 area. Then we would look for a 3-wave pullback in 4 and a final 3-wave move up in wave 5 to complete this move up around the 4300 area. So the two things to watch with this diagonal are, first, do we get a pullback into support that holds and then a rally higher? Okay, that would be A, B, and then C up. And then second is, it is possible that this was A up and B down and we're in C already, but it would be a really extended C wave. So I don't see that as being probable, but if it does move directly higher through this triangle, then it becomes more likely that we are in this C wave and would be targeting that 4240 area. So a more direct move higher would say that we're already in this C wave moving up in 3, and then we would expect to move down in 4 and then back up in 5. So those are the two keys to watch. Can we get a pullback and hold support? If they can't hold support, what happens next? And we'll talk about that in just a second. And if they break directly higher over this trend line here, okay, then we could be in C already targeting that 4240 area. Now, the second bullish scenario that we're tracking is a wave 4 triangle. And as you can see here in red on the chart, okay, from the high, we would have had our A wave down, our B wave up, our C wave down, our D wave needs to come a little higher, and then E down. And then we would look for a rally up out of this E wave bottom, which would complete the triangle. And then we should see a continuation up for wave 5 from there. So that is the secondary option for the bulls, that they have the A, B, C, D, E triangle set up and then would look for a move higher there. And then for the bears, they would look to sell this down, break this low, okay, break the wave 1 low, and ultimately break the bottom of this minor pivot. That's where they really need to get through to kind of give us an idea that we're heading lower, all right, and we're going to need a new low in that 3750 area. That would need a break of this 4033 area at the bottom of the minor pivot. So for the bears to take back control of the market, they need to sell this down and break some lows here. They haven't been able to do that yet. And so they need to break the wave 2 low, then the wave 1 low, and then the bottom of the pivot. If they can do that and break 4033, then the bears are back in control of the market, and we should be looking lower for a new low at that time. All right, so we have our parameters in place. We're currently looking for a B wave pullback to 4120 to 4110 area, and then a move back over this trend line. Okay, that would give us a strong indication that we are in C of 3 and moving up towards this 4240 area. If we see a direct move higher, it's possible we are already in C of 3 and looking at that 4240 area. And we could see this A, B, C, D, E triangle play out first and then get a move higher in wave 5 from there. And then for the bears, they need to break these lows and ultimately break 4033 to take back control of the market. Okay, over on the NASDAQ, we have a slightly different setup because remember the NASDAQ did make a new high over here where the ES didn't. Okay, so where we have this 3, this is a high that the ES did not make. And then you have a 4 down that tested the pivot. okay, which is perfect. It's exactly what you would want wave 4 to do. And then it does look like we could have 1, 2 here, and then 1 of 3 in place at the 618. So that's a perfect wave 1 of 3. You want that to hit either the 0.5 or the 618. It came up and hit the 618 and fell down. And now they're kind of pulling back, and what you'd like to see is this pullback hold above 12,562, and then accelerate higher, take out this high, okay, that hit the 618, and then push over 12,776, which is the pivot. If they push over the top of the pivot, if they push over the top of the pivot there at 12,776, then it looks like they could be well on their way in wave 3 that should top it around that 13,000 plus area, then get a wave 4 pullback and wave 5 up towards that 13,250 area. Now, if they are unable to hold this 12,562, they could pull back deeper, and we could call this wave 1 here, and you'd look for a wave 2 down a little deeper, and then a wave 1 of 3, wave 2 of 3, and then 3 of 3 up from there. So a couple of different potentials here for the NASDAQ, just depending on how this pullback takes shape. Now, if the pullback does come down and break the low, okay, then it needs to hold in the pivot, and ultimately it needs to hold above 12,230. If it breaks below 12,230, the bears have taken control of the market, and we would likely look for new lows on the NASDAQ as well at that time. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. Okay, there's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. All right, it will take you right over to our website. Once you get over there, we have 2 incredible membership plans. All right, they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there, become part of our trading family. I want you to make sure you love it and it's for you before you ever spend a penny. All right, guys, my whole goal in this deal is to teach you guys to become better traders and how to make money in the stock market and how to understand the stock market better. So that's why I give you that 7-day free trial so you can see what we're all about before you ever spend any money. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, okay, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, as well as all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as day trading, individual stocks, and PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely crushes the market. It's a really unique trading style. It's one I learned from him, and you really kind of got to see it to fully understand it, which is why we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into a small account and shows you how to use disciplined trading methods, trading mini ES futures, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week to show you how to build a small account into a huge retirement or savings account. All right, guys, we would love to have you in there so we can make some money together. Key takeaways for today. All right, for the most bullish setup, we're looking for a pullback to that 41.10.20 area for wave B, and then a C wave up in 3 towards that 42.40 area. If they do move directly higher through this trend line, okay, then it is possible we are already in C headed towards 42.40. And then we have the triangle as well, where we have A, B, C looking for D and E to play out as an alternate path. For the bears, they need to break down through the pivot and ultimately break 40.33 to take back control of the market. Over on the NASDAQ, okay, we have a slightly different setup. They're trying to build a 5-wave structure up. We could see them hold above this low right here at 12,562. And then if they take out the pivot at 12,776, we could see them as well on their way in wave 3. However, if they do break below this low, they could make a deeper wave 2. And then we would look for a wave 1 of 3 up to reset that count. For the bears to take control on the NASDAQ, they need to move down through the minor pivot here at 12,230. If they do that, it is a very good indicator that the move up has failed and we are likely looking lower. All right, guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.